You know that weird little reaction you get on your skin sometimes? We're talking about goosebumps, and believe it or not, they're basically a direct message from your ancient past. It's a survival mechanism from millions of years ago, and it's still living in your skin today.
I mean, think about it for a second. Have you ever been listening to a song, and right at that perfect moment, that perfect crescendo, your skin just tingles and your hair stands on end?
Or maybe it happens during a really tense scene in a horror movie, right? Or when you're walking down a dark street late at night and you get that same sudden, chilly sensation.
And then, of course, there's the classic one. That unexpected gust of cold air that just instantly makes your skin prickle up. So what's the deal? What connects all these very different moments?
Well, that tiny reaction might feel small, almost like nothing, but it's actually this incredibly powerful echo from our evolutionary past. It's a reflex from a world that our bodies, believe it or not, haven't forgotten. So let's break down what's really going on here.
All right, so first up, what are goosebumps really? What's the biology behind those bumps? Because it's way more than just a weird feeling. It's this tiny, super intricate mechanical process happening all over your skin.
Okay, so the fancy scientific name is piloerection. But here's what's actually happening. At the base of every single hair on your body, there's a teeny tiny muscle called an arrector pili. When these little muscles contract, they literally pull the hair, causing it to stand straight up. And that's what creates the little bump you actually see and feel on your skin.
Now, for an animal like a cat or a porcupine, this reflex is a total game changer. Their fur puffs up, trapping a layer of warm air, or it makes them look way bigger and scarier to a predator. But for us humans, with our, relatively sparse body hair, the effect is pretty much useless. So it begs the question, why on earth do our bodies still do it?
To figure that out, we have to rewind the clock. Way, way back. We have to look at our evolutionary history. Because this seemingly pointless reflex, it was once a critical survival tool for our ancestors.
Goosebumps are a classic part of the fight or flight response. When your ancient brain perceives a threat, whether it's the freezing cold or the eyes of a predator, it kicks your sympathetic nervous system into high gear. This triggers a flood of adrenaline, which then tells those little arrector pili muscles to contract, and boom, you get goosebumps.
This simple reflex gave our ancestors two huge advantages. First, warmth. By trapping a layer of air against the skin, their body hair basically acted like a built-in insulated jacket. And second, intimidation. Puffing up to look bigger could be the difference between being seen as prey and surviving another day.
And you can really see this intimidation factor in action. For our much hairier ancestors, this wasn't a subtle effect. When they were faced with a threat, their entire profile would change, sending a very clear, instinctive message. I am bigger and more dangerous than you think.
So it all boils down to this. Goosebumps were an automatic, life-saving feature, preparing your body to either endure the cold or face down danger.
Okay, so that explains the survival part. But what about today? We're not facing down predators, yet we still get goosebumps from art, from memories, from moments of profound connection. What's the link there?
This is where it gets really fascinating. Why does a beautiful piece of music or a touching scene in a film trigger the exact same physical response as a life-or-death situation?
The triggers today are so different, right? We experience goosebumps during moments of awe, nostalgia, love, and euphoria. These aren't physical threats, so what's going on inside our brains?
Well, here's the wild part. The answer is that our brains don't really distinguish between different types of intense stimuli. A powerful, overwhelming emotional experience activates the exact same adrenaline-fueled survival pathway that a physical threat does. So when you get goosebumps from a song, it's your ancient brain firing off the same old alarm bells. It's basically screaming, "Pay attention, this is important." Your body doesn't have a separate system for beautiful or inspiring. It just has one system for intense, and it responds with the only physical symbol it knows for that feeling. You are literally feeling meaning.
So, when you put it all together, this little reflex carries a surprisingly deep significance. It's a bridge between our modern emotional lives and our ancient survival instincts.
Even though we've lost the thick fur, the reflex is still there. Goosebumps are a physical reminder that we're part of a long, incredible evolutionary story. It's the same ancient response that connects us to every other mammal that fluffs its fur in the cold or in the face of danger.
You can think of it this way. Your conscious mind lives here in the 21st century, but your skin still carries the memory of a much older, wilder world, a world of immediate danger, of biting cold, and the constant fight for survival.
So, the next time you feel those bumps rise on your skin, don't just brush it off. Listen to it. It's a signal from the deepest, most ancient part of you. It's your nervous system whispering that this moment, this feeling, is real, and it matters.
It's a real-time message from your ancestors, delivered directly to you through your own skin. And that's an incredibly powerful thing to feel.